how many teams in the NFL do you think would cough up their current plans, regardless of who's there at quarterback, to acquire Aaron Rodgers? How many teams do you think there would be? Like, let's walk through it here. Literally, if you want to go team by team, we can. If you want to throw a number out there that you think, go for it. How would you want to answer that question? I'll give you the floor on that.
Let's go division by division.
Go for it.
Let's go division by division. I think it's the easiest way to do it.
Great.
AFC East, I don't think the Bills are throwing Josh Allen out the door. I think they have to at least have a conversation, but I think they're fully in on Josh Allen. Everyone else, I mean, the quarterbacks are getting tossed out. They're literally, it's Lane Kiffin on the on the tarmac at LAX in terms of those guys being left.
Even like the Jets, even Bill, the Jets who choose a kid second overall, they choose that capital. They'd cough him up for Aaron Rodgers this late in his career. Like, that's what I mean. Like, there are a lot of situations, where sure, you'd take Aaron Rodgers over a raw rookie, but you've made plans. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm throwing in here into this mix.
Yeah.
You think they would?
Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I grew up in New York. I know a lot of Jets fans. I think if I polled 100 Jets fans, to me, the Jets fans I know, maybe they're not the most accurate representation, but I feel like they're pretty hardcore Jets fans. I feel like 90 of them would happily say, you know what, we haven't had a quarterback like this for 30 years. And Aaron Rodgers might only have 3 or 4 years left. I'd rather live in that world for 3 or 4 years and go with Aaron Rodgers than take another shot at Zach Wilson after we've seen, Sam Darnold not take that step forward, not be the guy who we were expecting after we took him in the top 3.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, it's not like he's coming off of a good year. I mean, he was the most valuable player in the National Football League last year. To me, I think, even if you have a prospect who you think is a sure thing, I think Trevor Lawrence, I probably wouldn't do it. But I think anyone below that tier, where it's not, okay, we think he is, a bona fide superstar for the next 10 years, and most of the league agrees with us. I think you have to go for Aaron Rodgers.
What about the Browns? Do you think they'd swap out Baker for Aaron Rodgers right now?
Oh, boy. I mean, whenever I suggest the Browns might make an upgrade at quarterback, Browns fans get very angry at me. Okay. And I understand that Baker Mayfield is the guy who's going to ruin that jersey. I mean, the guy who is going to cause Browns fans to take that jersey with the 36 names of backup quarterbacks on it, or the messes they've had at quarterback, and cause them to throw it out because they finally have their guy in Baker Mayfield. But this is a guy, Baker Mayfield, who a year ago we were talking about as a guy who might get replaced, a guy who was a mess, a guy who, just capitulated under the pressure, capitulated behind a terrible offensive line. And last year, I thought he was very impressive. When things got right scheme, right offensive line, right coach, he was much better. But Aaron Rodgers is a scheme-transcendent player to me. And I think a guy who's been able to prove that over the course of the last 10 years. Baker Mayfield, obviously much younger. I don't know that he's that scheme-transcendent player. I don't know if Baker Mayfield's going to be able to make magic happen when things aren't perfect for him in that offense. So to me, with a roster that I think is championship caliber around the quarterback position, yeah, I would make that move every day.
No kidding. What about what are some other teams that might be fun here to just throw in your direction? Because I don't think the Bengals would, right? I mean, they love Burrow. That they wouldn't make that move. I mean, Rodgers.
What about the Chargers?
No way. No chance.
No way. You wouldn't do it.
No chance. Justin Herbert's my unicorn, and don't touch him.
You don't even have a conversation about it?
No, I don't have a conversation about it. I do not.
Wow. Okay.
I do not. No, I do not. No, Herbert, I don't touch. I don't touch Herbert. Do you touch Dak? What about the Cowboys? Let's have some real fun here. What do you think?
Oh, boy. Cowboys and Aaron Rodgers. We're just trying to get trying to throw those eyeballs. I don't blame you. I mean, I love Dak Prescott. To me, Dak Prescott is a top 7, top 8 quarterback in the NFL. Maybe some other people don't see him at that level, and we're just throwing the salary cap issues aside here. I mean,
of course. No. Well, I mean, I think it might be apples to apples, Bill. I mean, with what Rodgers would want, I would imagine. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not too far off.
Would I make this trade? I would rather have Rodgers, I think, but that's the one where I feel like I would have the longest conversation about it. I think for the Cowboys, I think you see Rodgers' upside. And Dak, I mean, I think Dak is a very high floor quarterback. Like, I think he's consistently very good. He's been healthy before, of course, last year, that freak ankle injury. And I think he's gotten better over the course of his career. But I don't know that Dak has that sort of, I'm going to go on the field and win the game, and there's nothing you can do about it mode that Aaron Rodgers does. To me, I think the upside for Aaron Rodgers is the absolute, undoubted best player in football. We've seen that 3 times now over the course of his career. Dak might not have that upside in him. Dak is incredible. Like I said, a super talented quarterback, but might not be the best quarterback in football at any time. So to me, I think you have to chase that if you don't think your guy has that. And to me, I would make that trade, but I would be a little petrified that Dak Prescott's a lot better than people are giving him credit for.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.